death, and destruction are words that float in the mind when one imagines black holes. Like a vacant and pitch-black vacuum, they take over everything and consume all that lies in their destructive path. One of the most hard-hitting theorists and trailblazing scientists of today, Michio Kaku, is revealing a dangerous and alarming truth that shatters all the facts about our existence as we know it. What if the most dreaded space object, the black hole, is what we are living in the midst of as we go about our daily life? To begin with, if a monster black hole is what we are currently living in, then what about the Big Bang Theory that we have believed to be the gospel truth until today? Is it even valid anymore? A picture can speak 1,000 words, but images taken by the James Webb telescope are shaking the very foundations of the theory that we have pinned down as the cold, hard truth when it comes to tracing the origins of the universe. The startling finds of the James Webb telescope are casting a giant murky shadow and raising an even bigger question mark over the theory about the universe exploding into existence and merging over time. In order to understand how scientists could have gotten it so horribly wrong and completely missed the mark with the Big Bang Theory, we need to come to terms with some standard textbook info being taught in schools today. It took 13.8 billion years for the Milky Way to be the way it is, if we are to follow the Big Bang model. The James Webb telescope has presented us with a convincing chronicle via captivating images that has thrown a major curveball against this understanding. So what compelling evidence has the James Webb telescope gathered that has sent shockwaves in scientific circles? Michio Kaku steps in to spill the big secret. The JWST has discovered the existence of 6 galaxies that have exploded onto the scene, which are a mere 500 million years old.
Now, it takes many billions of years to create a galaxy, like the Milky Way galaxy, with 100 billion stars, many billions of years old. But the James Webb telescope has identified 6 galaxies that exist 500 million years after the Big Bang that are up to 10 times bigger than the Milky Way galaxy.
However, that's not all. These galaxies might have flared up and expanded 10 times more than the Milky Way galaxy. Also, these mammoth space bodies or galaxies are littered with stars ranging in numbers of tens to hundreds of billions. They might have emerged when the universe had crossed the 500 to 700 million year mark. A textbook upgrade seems to be looming on the cards if we are ever to solve this riddle. How did these galaxies balloon to such a massive extent in such a short span of time, converting accessible gas into stars? The billions of stars, due to their sheer magnitude in numbers, pose yet another mystery. Due to the astonishingly large number of old and red stars that these vast galaxies have birthed, scientists cannot rule out the possibility that the galaxies have undergone multiple generational cycles of star formation, as well as chemical enrichment. The shocker is that these young and pure environments shouldn't be able to spawn an immense multitude of stars as they have done, according to our conventional scientific understanding. The result, established theories of galaxy formation have descended into chaos. And yet there might be alternate possibilities that we can swiftly zap out which can dispel these space anomalies. What if the theoretical underpinnings behind these findings are grotesquely off the mark, and the galaxies are nothing more than active galactic nuclei, also called AGN, pumped up by enormous black holes? There is one loophole with this proposition though. In fact, these space objects lack the distinctive hallmarks of AGNs. Scientists cannot wipe the slate clean until more data is collected. For all we know, they could be quasars. At this point, nothing can be struck off the chalkboard. These space bodies might have come into existence through other processes that might have taken a different route than what we conventionally believe to be typical. A direct collapse or extreme instability perhaps, which do not typically involve extended periods of time for mass to fuse together. The unexplained galaxies could have been bred in unique conditions that do not reflect general patterns. They might very well be outliers. We can also own up to our shortcomings and the large gaps that have punctured holes in our theories of cosmology and physics that do not take into account rare events, such as dark matter annihilation and primordial intensity fluctuations, according to future unity. A lot is relying on the James Webb telescope, with its state-of-the-art features that will deliver more accurate data regarding these fascinating phenomena in our vast universe. But Michio Kaku has a more chilling explanation. According to the physicist, we can trash can the idea that these are benign baby galaxies. Michio Kaku has identified these seemingly benign space bodies as monstrous black holes. That is the reason they defy all common assumptions that we make about galaxy creation.
You think that these galaxies are huge when they're actually baby galaxies. Now, I personally think that the solution to the problem is these are not baby galaxies at all. They're actually monstrous black holes. Black holes that formed after the instant of creation. That's baffling scientists because they don't fit in the normal sequence of the birth of a galaxy. So I personally think that we're actually looking at monster black holes where perhaps new laws of physics are emerging. And again, if you can figure all this out, there could be a Nobel Prize waiting for you.
These unsolved black holes, according to the scientist, are breaking new ground and opening up a vast, unexplored terrain when it comes to the laws of physics. All this connects with another radical theory floating out there, that the universe itself is a vast black hole. As per the theory, the birth of the universe could have been the accidental result of an enormous catastrophe, which involved the collision of an immense black hole with colossal cosmos. Black holes can be as big as 200 million kilometers. To get to grips with the tremendous power that a black hole yields, we need to comprehend the destructive gravitational force of its event horizon once an object crosses over into its devastating fold. Michio Kaku calls the event horizon the point of no return. Once an object gets trapped in a looming black hole, it gets gobbled up into obscurity. The black hole compresses an object manifold and on a massive scale, reducing it to a single particle. Space, time, and matter converge at a single point within the black hole. The consequence is a singularity. This signifies a point when density and curvature become infinite. The plot thickens as scientists hypothesize that the deadly black hole can harbor yet another event horizon instead of a singularity. This sounds like it has been taken straight from the pages of a sci-fi novel, but in this case, truth seems to be more gripping than fiction. So, is there a whole new yet different world out there, with different properties and different physical rules that set it apart from our planet? Maybe. This adds weight to the view that there is a mighty universe that harbors a black hole that carries our universe within which planet Earth is cocooned. So, where do we go from here? The black holes act as portals that manipulate space and time. There might be other black holes which have spawned diverse universes if we go by this theory. Even though black holes are a rare phenomenon, it is estimated that there are more than 1 million black holes in the Milky Way. Detecting black holes, however, poses a formidable challenge, so scientists do ponder the possibility of the number of actual black holes in our universe to be exceedingly higher. This might offer some explanation about why, in the case of the 6 galaxies, the entire process of the slow formation of planets and stars got skipped. Black holes might not be quite as vague and out of reach as we perceive them to be. They are a lot closer than we might think. If you're a curious cookie, then take Kaku's advice and head outside tonight. Fix your orbs where the constellation of Sagittarius is located in the sky. Michio attributes that this is where the center of the galaxy lies, and it is the location point of a massive black hole, with a mass that might exceed the mass of the Sun by 2 to 4 million times. So do some exploring and stargazing of your own. Michio Kaku quipped about the possibility of someone receiving a Nobel Prize for a breakthrough.